Hey everybody, Pick TV Network special interview today with my baby sister Darlene Harrington. This is my blood, y'all, my baby sister. Now we're gonna talk about the boys. Junior, my oldest brother, the smartest dude on earth, dog. And he has a lot of mama in him like me too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you say John Jr., he's a brilliant, he can do taxes, he knows numbers. My brother Junior is just a loving person. He's one of the brothers that he would give you a shirt off his back. Every time I call my brother Junior, I'm just feeling so good because I know he's gonna make me feel good when this phone call is over by showing me a lot of love. How you feel when you talk to Junior?
I feel absolutely amazing about
Named
my
after
brother.
Daddy.
Yeah, but you know what? He's actually named after Mama and Daddy.
Really?
Because Mama's name is John Esther.
That's right. Yep.
Because her father wanted a boy so bad, but when they had her being the first child, he named her John Esther.
Wow.
So I guess that's why he's so special, because he's named after my mother and my father.
Gee.
So that's amazing within itself right there. And this just, you have Tanish, Nicole, Adrian, and Atlanta, four amazing young women. Amazing. Doctors, yes. One finished the Air Force, doing very well. Atlanta is doing very well. Yeah. Adrian is doing good. I saw both of them on yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, at Angel's baby shower. So they're doing very, very good. I missed him though. They said he came as well.
Virginia?
Yeah, yeah. But he's an amazing man of God. Just an amazing man of God. I know in his latter years, as you get older, you experience some health challenges, and he did not want to get on dialysis. And he would come to the church and, pray. And I said, listen, if you want to live, and that's what the doctors say that you need to do, you should do it.
Right. Right.
So he finally decided that he wanted to do it, and he's doing so well.
Man. You wouldn't even know.
No,
if
you
he
would
wouldn't
never
tell
know.
you he was doing dialysis. And that's a lot of people watching us right now. You may be thinking about that decision and whether it makes sense or not. But my sister spoke life into my brother's life, my oldest brother. He took her advice. He's here today, and he does what he has to do. And he's still here doing good. And we believe in God that he will get the transplant and get everything he needs to be 100% again.
Amen.
John Jr. Now we got to move on to my brother Bobby, who's gone to heaven, looking up there. The coolest dude on earth. Bobby, he's the protector. You don't mess with nobody in our family. If Bobby knows it's going to be a fight. You know, Bobby is our protector. He's in heaven right now, gone to be with the Lord. But Bobby was also energetic. Basketball. That's where I get my skills from.
Yes.
He was a baller, y'all.
Yes.
My brother can shoot. He can dunk. He can play for any position. I can remember when I was a kid, he took me to Raymond Elementary School, and this court was so high. I said, I know he can't touch that rim. Bobby jammed that thing, man. That's the highest rim on Raymond. He jammed it. And he also went to California to play ball, too.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Bobby, man. I love that dude. Played the guitar.
Oh, my goodness,
He joined the ministry in our church, and he would sing Precious Lord until he cried. Talk about Bobby.
Bobby is an amazing man of God. As he stated, he's gone home to be with the Lord, but very talented. And I take a look at Elaine, as she's in the military and sewing, and a tailor, made all her clothes, taught me how to sew as well. Look at him and his ministry of playing a guitar, very instrumental and teaching, and he used to pick up Jada for me all the time too.
Really? I never knew that.
He picked up Jada for me all the time. It takes a village to raise children, and I bless his sainted soul for that. Because one time she was in school, she was going through a really bad way, and I did not know she was actually missing him.
Wow.
They didn't know what was wrong, but she was actually missing him, because during that time, that's when he transitioned.
Right.
And he no longer was able to pick her up from school, but we never knew. So you never know what a child goes through and how attached they get to a relative. But she's doing wonderful. So I just thank God for that. And now I have a grandkids that play the piano. One play the
They
drums.
get all of for Bobby.
Get all of for Bobby.
My keyboard.
One play the keyboard.
Sing.
One play
Bobby
the drums.
used to sing too. He won
Oh
South
yes. Oh yes.
At Roosevelt.
Yes, he did.
We were kids, dog. He could sing. He could play the guitar. He had a band on Spring Road. Bobby was awesome, man. Gifted, talented, loved. He lived life.
Yeah, he did.
And he wasn't scared of nothing.
Oh no. Oh no.
When I say nothing.
No. No, don't mess with him.
Don't mess with him.
Don't mess with him.
You got a fight in your hand.
Don't mess with him.
You only look at my sister Darlene, and then you gonna get messed up. With Bobby around, that's how he was. He's a protector. Yeah. Now we gotta talk about Kenny. Kenny, like Daddy, he's a worker.
Yes.
He's an entrepreneur. My brother Kenny, he also is a protector. He loves me so much. He calls me every day, dog. He'll put his hand to the plow. You can't talk about me bad in front of my brother Kenny today. He's a baller, football player, number 52. Used to be Bell. He was a all Met.
Matter of fact, I was over to his house the other day, and his coach came to his house. Amazing. He said he used to coach him in the boys club. I was like, oh my God, well, how old are you?
That's crazy.
Because Kenny is what, almost 65?
Yep. Don't tell his age on TV.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's ageless. I put it that way. He's just standing still. But it's just a blessing to be alive these days. So I'm good. I'm good.
But he's the dog. You talking about football? Kenny, linebacker. He knows the game. He plays the game. But a worker for the gas company for most of his life. He's like Daddy. There's not a lazy bone in Kenny's body.
That is true.
He don't ask anybody for nothing. He gonna get the job done. He think he can cook better than me, though, dog.
I don't know about that.
He watching.
I don't know about that.
He can cook better than David. All right, man.
This is his show, so I have to be on his side. But we'll talk tomorrow.
He gonna call me up.
We'll talk tomorrow.
He gonna call me up.
Yes.
But anytime with family need him, he's right there. Kenny is right there.
He is. He's an amazing man, and he has a drive. To live. Because you remember he had gotten sick at one time.
Yep, sure did.
Yeah, he was sick at one time, and he was just, he's a man of God because Mama raised us all.
He loved church. He loved God. He's in church every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
He don't miss.
He did not.
He don't miss.
He did not. An amazing thing that I love about Kenny, he does parking lot duty at his church now.
Yep.
And I went to his church last Sunday.
Wow. And I was there like 2 months ago.
Okay. I went there last Sunday. At New Home, and I couldn't find a parking space because I was actually talking to Esther, and she kept me on the phone. I said, listen, I got to go because I'm going to church.
Yeah.
So I went there to visit him, to support him, and he was not aware that I had purchased a new car.
Right.
So I said, oh, I need to come to church on time. He's like, no, come on, let me find a parking space for you. You're going to be okay backing up. Come on, I'm going to create this parking space for you. Backed up into this parking space that he created for me, got out the car. He said, is that you? I said, I'm so proud of you because if you treat members like this and you didn't even know that was me.
Yeah, you got it.
You got it. You got it. I said, I can really go home now because you're okay. Being the youngest out of 9, I feel like I'm the oldest at times.
Yeah.
So I was really, really impressed by how he greeted me and didn't even know that was me. It made me feel like I was very special. Yeah.
And we got to talk about David.
Oh, David. What can I say about David? Oh, my goodness. He is the man. He is the man.
Tell him growing up, dog. When I was a kid, man, I used to play in the front yard. We had this little dog, King. Remember that dog?
King wasn't little. He was a German Shepherd.
I love all animals. I had a turtle when I was young. I really wanted to be a meteorologist. I wanted to be a fireman. I wanted to be an Amtrak engineer when I was growing up. But Mama said I'm going to be a preacher at 9 years old.
At 9?
But we always in church.
Yeah, always.
From Mother Dear's. And I'm talking about, right. We were only 4 or 5 years old. Bible Way, Bishop Smallwoody Williams. Every Sunday, Mom and Daddy took us to church.
And you remember we used to walk to
Ella Kelsey.
Not Ella Kelsey, but Evangelist Temple.
Yeah, they were
when
on
they were on
Georgia
Georgia
Avenue.
Avenue.
Yep. Fishermen and men there.
Fishermen and men now, but they were on Georgia Avenue, and we would walk there every Wednesday night.
Yep.
It was like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
They
I'm like,
gave us,
I am really tired.
They gave us the foundation. I remember Mom and Daddy. I'm gonna talk about them in a minute. But talk about me, girl.
Oh my!
Growing up with David.
I say about
you know, Mac. I was called Mac.
The Mac Daddy. The Mac Daddy. The Mac Daddy.
I was the baller, y'all.
You are the baller. You are the baller. You know, I have no identity. I have, even to this day, I have no identity. So I'm here to say I'm always
like 6'5",
I'm always mentioning, oh, you're David's sister. Oh yeah, David. I am. I'll take it. I'll take it. It's okay. He's still playing ball, but I think he's 60 years old, probably 61 now.
Don't tell my age.
Oh, I'm so sorry. He's ageless. So yeah, he's probably still playing ball, but maybe with my grandkids, maybe.
Yeah.
But certainly it was a joy. We were so close. We're still close.
Yeah, like
we're still close. We're still close.
Like
we were just so close growing up, and it was just amazing. I couldn't ask for a better brother.
Yeah.
A better brother.
I can't ask for a brother sister.
Mm-hmm.
My baby sister, y'all.
Yeah, you're amazing. You've always been a man of God.
Yeah, from Mother Dear to Park Road singing in the choir.
Yes!
Remember those days? Yes! Reverend Burton. Gone to heaven. To Bishop Owens, Mount Calvary.
Yes,
she was there in my first trial sermon.
Amen.
December the 30th, 1982.
No, Bishop Owens used to be my high school teacher.
I know.
He was my high school teacher.
I remember.
Yeah. Bishop Owens actually took us to took the class to our first Broadway play in New York City.
Wow. That was back in the day.
Oh, that was back in the day. That was back in the day. Co-Pastor Susie was with us too.
Wow.
Then Carmen came and Ralph and they had everybody. So he will expose you.
Yeah.
He will give you that exposure that you will just have for the rest of your life.
And it was amazing, because growing up in the Evans house, you wasn't asked to go to church. You were made to go to church.
That's right.
We were on drugs. They drug us to church. Mother and Father Evans made sure that even if they didn't go Sunday, we would go.
That's
Mother Dear across the street, Annie Woodridge, I'll never forget her. Growing up, Reverend Burton to Bishop Owens, Mount Calvary. We grew up in church.
Yeah, we did.
And let's talk about Mom and Daddy before we go to the next set. Mother Evans.
Oh my.
Father Evans. First of all, we got to start with Mama. I'm a mama's boy. Mother Evans spoiled me. Out of all the 9 kids, you know who the favorite is, right? Right here.
That is
anytime I needed something, I can remember sleeping with Mom and Daddy. It's like in the same bed, Mom on one side, Daddy on the other side, and I'm in the middle. I'm in heaven. It's the most peaceful feeling in the world because you feel that protection. Mama here, Daddy here, and you in the middle. And I can remember coming home so many times, dog, just wanting to hug Mom. She gave me everything, y'all. Mentally, physically, financially, socially, emotionally, every aspect. I'm a product of Esther R. Evans. And I wouldn't be here today if she had not spoken to my life to be a minister at 9 years old. And she was the first one to prophesy to me. And my mom she still lives. She lives right here. Talk about Mama Evans.
Oh, I can.
You got secrets too.
I can talk about her forever.
You got secrets.
Forever and ever and ever. My mother was an amazing woman of God. She not only spoiled all of her children, but she spoiled all of her grandchildren.
That's true.
And her great-grandchildren. She was the village. She was the village. Anything that you needed, she would provide. If she couldn't provide it, just give her a day and you'll have it the very next day.
That's the truth right there.
You'll have it the next day. You'll have it the next day. And I always remember Mama, before Michael Jordan, I believe I can fly, I can believe I can touch the sky. That was one of her sayings.
Really?
Believe you can fly.
Jesus.
Believe you can touch the sky.
Wow.
Believe it.
Wow.
Believe it.
Wow.
Because God is the one that will be able to take you wherever you need to be.
Yep.
He can lift you up where you belong. I said, Lord, she sang songs and quoted scriptures and everything.
And Mama was a worker at VA.
VA hospital.
Navy Yard.
Not the VA hospital, but the VA.
Yeah.
The Veterans Administrator.
Vermont Avenue. I picked up a lot of days.
At the Navy Yard. Let's go back there.
Yeah, to the Navy Yard.
Let's go back there.
My mother was a worker, doll.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got to go back and ask Edie and Elaine and ask her, did she go to full term in carrying us and still working? Because I can't even imagine Mama taking off, even when she was pregnant. Mama was a worker. I can remember her coming down 14th Street, I can see her now coming towards Spring Road, walking and catching the bus. Yeah. Not a lazy bone in her body.
No. I think that's where I get my work ethics from.
Wow.
I really do.
Wow.
Now that you mentioned how dedicated she was with her employment.
Did you ever go down to 810 Vermont Avenue?
Oh, absolutely.
While Mama was working.
Oh, absolutely.
And she had that thing rolling.
Oh, absolutely. I remember when we used to go pick her up at the Navy Yard.
Yeah, but I'm talking about going to her office. I'm talking about going to her office.
Yes.
And seeing everybody surrounding her.
Exactly. I remember when they gave her retirement party.
That's right. Yeah.
They gave her a retirement party. Can't remember the name of the steakhouse that was
New Orleans house.
It was a New Orleans house?
Yeah.
Okay.
In Alexandria.
In Alexandria, that's right. That's right, in Raleigh.
I got a picture of that.
That's right. Right there. Right there. But, they're not built like they were back then.
Yeah, that's true.
Because she loved Daddy.
Oh, my God.
She loved Daddy. She loved Daddy. She loved Daddy. She loved him. So, it's just the love that they have imparted in us that will remain in us forever.
And that's the image we saw growing up.
Oh, yes.
We wasn't a product of a broken home. Out of all of the years in our life, and we got to talk about Daddy, but before we go to Daddy, I don't remember us staying at the hotel.
Oh, no.
Even when we go see our unit in North Carolina, our roof in Philadelphia, Uncle Dougal in Red Springs, North Carolina, our Aura, we never stayed at the hotel.
No.
We didn't even know what a Motel 6 was, did we?
I don't even know what a Motel 6 is now.
And we never ate at a 5-star restaurant. We never ate at no Red Lobster and sitting around a table.
That's right. That's right. But they all came from North Carolina.
Yeah.
And they all had that Southern hospitality. So when you have that Southern hospitality, it was embedded in them. So even when they left the South and came north to Washington, D.C., they brought that love with them. It's not, no, you don't leave it at the train tracks. You don't leave it at the bus station. You bring that with you.
Yeah, that was amazing.
So with that Southern hospitality that they had, we never had to. We grew up as sisters and brothers with all our relatives in North Carolina.
In the same bed.
Yes.
We slept together, dog. Ate together.
And
went to the same bathroom.
Yeah, my
how
thing
in the world? All of us use one bathroom, dog.
But you know what? You know what? It's called patience. It's called patience.
Y'all hear that?
And we were patient back then.
That's right.
We were patient. We weren't in a microwave society that we're in now.
That's true.
We were patient. So by you being patient, you thought of good thoughts. You said, okay, they're coming out soon. And then you go in. So, and then not only that, they were so close.
Yeah.
We all were so close. We have 2 Brendas.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have 2 Darlenes.
Yeah, there's North Carolina and DC.
Yes. Yes. They were so close.
Yeah.
My mother and her sister, Eugene Brannon, they named their kids the same name.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was nothing wrong with it.
Nope.
Nothing wrong with it.
That was amazing.
It's love. It's called love.
L-O-V-E.
It's called love.
And we got to talk about Daddy, John H. Evans.
Oh, yes.
The hardest working man on the planet. And Daddy was so special to me, everybody, because I worked with my father. At 10, 11 years old, I would get up during the summer. I didn't have the liberty to cool out and play games all summer. I had to go to work with my father. He was a caretaker at Jessup Blair Park. And every summer, dog, 7 o'clock, I'm up. 7:30, he's driving up, and I'm working. Now, sleep the first hour. I gotta tell you that.
Okay,
I ain't gonna lie.
Okay,
when we get there to the park, I do go to sleep because I don't get up till like 9:30. But when I got up, Daddy's working and taking care of stuff, and I'm working with my dad. And I remember when Dad would get off, and we were in school, dog, I would look up Spring Road to Georgia Avenue and see Daddy coming and run to give him a hug. Literally.
Wow.
Yeah, I would see Dad like 4 blocks up, and I run towards him and hug him because my father and your dad was the most hardest working with 9 kids. We never missed a meal.
No. I thought we were the richest family in the neighborhood. I really did. We never wanted for nothing.
Nope, we didn't.
We never
missed
wanted for a thing. Matter of fact, you remember Miss Francine?
Yep.
And she had all the kids. And they were mine. I was like, Mom, it's 9 of us here already. How are we going to keep 6 more kids?
Right.
But you had to do what you had to do to help your fellow neighbor.
And you loved Dad so much. He had a special love for you.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Darlene.
He did. I was with him the day he died in the ambulance.
Wow. I never knew that, dog.
Yeah, I was with him.
I
was with him when he took his last breath.
Jesus. Yeah. He stayed right in that house.
Oh, he did. He stayed right here.
Right there.
He stayed
and he stayed at our house too. When my father and mother got older, Mom passed away first, and then Dad passed away, and then we all, Edie, Elaine, Brenda, Darlene, Kenny, Esther, all of us took a big circle of love. I can remember he was over at Edie's house a couple of days, and he came over to my house, and Darlene, we wasn't gonna let Dad go alone.
Oh no.
Nothing on this planet.
And that was in design. I did not want him to die alone. So I'm truly thankful that at that time they would allow you to ride an ambulance.
Wow.
So I was with him when he was transported to the hospital when he took his last breath, because I just feel like, you just need my father. And I look at my daughter and how close she is to my husband.
Yeah.
And I can see myself with my father.
Wow.
And how close I was to him. Wow. And he was like a giant.
Yeah, Dad was.
He was like a giant, a gentle giant.
Father Evans never took off, dog.
No.
He would be up 7 o'clock every Sunday, every day, Monday through Sunday. He would always be doing something, working out front, cleaning, getting the garage together.
You remember we used to go to the Oak Street Market and get the live chicken?
Yep. He would kill the chickens. He would grow produce in the backyard, greens and tomatoes. And he would grow onions. He would grow all that stuff in the backyard.
And I remember he'd say, "Don't name them."
Yeah.
Because you're going to be eating them later. I was like,
no! Yeah. He did. Man.
Any pets we wanted, he allowed us to have them.
Yeah.
I had Lady.
Yeah. He protected us.
Lady was my poodle.
Yeah.
I guess that's why I have such a love for dogs now.
Man.
We had King, we had Lady.
Dad taught me how to drive, dog.
Bobby taught me how to drive.
Really? LTD, 1978.
Wow.
I remember.
Well, actually, you taught me how to drive because we used to always take the keys to the car. No. We used to always tell Dad to leave the keys in the car because we wanted to roll the window down when they would go to the Safeway. And you would put the car in gear and say, "I'm going to move the car up." And they'll come back and say, "Well, this car, did y'all move the car? Did y'all move the car?"
That's a secret. That's an secret.
That's the end. I'm sorry. I'm telling it all. I'm telling it. No. But those were the days. I was like, let me pull it up a little bit. Let me pull it up. No, I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to show you how to pull it up.
Yeah.
So actually, I would say you taught me how to drive first on the Safeway parking lot on Randolph Street.
Yeah.
And then Bobby taught me how to drive at the Carter Burn.
Wow.
At the Carter Burn. And I said, Bobby, don't you drive forward? He said, but you always got to know how to back yourself out of a situation.
Yeah.
So I know how to back up just as well as I know how to drive forward.
Yeah.
Because of Bobby. That's when you used to put your arm over the seat and look back.
Lean back.
And lean back. Put your arm over the seat. And then you're going backwards. But nowadays you just look at the camera and the car actually drives itself nowadays. So.
Yeah.
But those were the days.
The Evans family, wow, we got to do a part 2 to this, and I can't wait to bring Elaine on, Kenny on, and Esther on, Edie on, because they can go back, Junior, they can go back.
Oh, they can.
Way back. And now we got to give a shout out to some of our kids and grandkids right after this.